Hi, Laura here at La Vie Childfree, reporting back on the October On the Ground question. Well, the October question was, if you could sum up the reason you are child-free in one word, what would it be? First, thanks to all of you who wrote in here as well as on child-free discussion forums. Let's do the top 10 reasons, starting with number 10. And number 10, actually, there was a tie. So, number 10, the words were spontaneity and money. 9 was stressful. The number 8 word was travel. 7 was disinterest. 6, choice. 5, sanity. 4, happiness. 3, independence. 2, peace. And the number 1 word that most people wrote in and said was freedom. Now, one woman wrote in saying that this is something that came up in a book by Diane Bergwin, her book Marriage Without Children. The word freedom came up. And that's something that came up, this idea too came up when I was interviewing people for families of 2. However, if I had asked couples to give me one reason why they were choosing not to have children, other words really would have come up more. I found that the words probably would have been desire, or lack thereof, that is, relationship, meaning their concerns about how parenthood might affect their relationship, and money. So many couples just felt that they just did not have enough desire to outweigh their concerns about how parenthood would affect their relationship or their lives financially. Now, another guy, he wrote in with an interesting answer to the question, I thought. It was a two-parter. He said for his one word for biological children was the word antenatal. And his word for any child, meaning including, say, an adopted child or foster child, his word was disinterest. Interesting. Now, I also had an interesting thing happen this month where I got a little bit of flack on one of the forums for this question. It's like a lot of people were wondering if I was asking this question as part of research for a book I was doing or something, and I wasn't saying so, or they felt like, you know, kind of like lab rats, or I was trying to act like Jane Goodall or something. So, as I clarified there, I will hear that I asked the on-the-ground question really out of genuine curiosity, really, and as a way for the child-free to learn about and from each other. That's it. If I was going to do research, I'd tell you. They also didn't like that I don't answer my own question, so I will. My answer to this question, if I had one word as the reason why I'm child-free, the word would be life. Meaning, when I've thought about how I want to live my life, the experience of parenthood has never really been something that I've wanted as part of it. Or said another way, when I look at the day-to-day lives of what parenthood brings, I have just never really wanted that. And I was an older kid, you know, the oldest in the family. I babysat a lot as a teen, and I started having these feelings as early as that time. So, speaking of going back in time, at the end of last year, I asked what you wanted to discuss here in 2011, and one of the areas we really haven't touched on very much came up as, I believe, was a number 8 on the one-word list, was travel. So in this case, it's child-free travel. Many of you probably know that there are places to go online to get good child-free travel information. I know I've seen the Child-Free Travel Facebook page. The Dink Life site has had some nice articles on child-free travel. But this month, I want to talk about it here as well. So here's the November two-parter question. What's been one of your best child-free travel adventures? Or I guess, what advice do you have for great child-free travel? So as always, click this question in the on-the-ground question section to your right. Write as much as you like. I'll collect responses over the course of the next month and report back as always. Until then.